Teachers know that technology is both our best friend and our biggest enemy. One moment, it's helping us connect kids to the world, and the next minute, it's betraying us in front of 23 pairs of watchful eyes. Isn't that the truth?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Today, we're diving into the highs and lows of tech in the classroom, the epic wins, the hilarious fails, and the lessons that we learned along the way.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
Hey everyone, welcome to Teachers on the Loose, the podcast where we turn teacher tales into belly laughs and life lessons. I'm Allison.
I'm Celeste.
I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Kristen.
Today we're talking about technology, when it saves the day, when it crashes and burns, and how we as teachers roll with it all. So guys, let's do a quick check-in. What is a tech tool that has you all hooked right now?
I like Pink Cat Studios for teachers for taking attendance. It's a very fun, interactive way for students to check in every morning. And I just have hot lunch or cold lunch for them to check in. But it has different characters. I've had pencils for the beginning of school year. And then I had pineapples because, you know, I'm from Hawaii. I had to have some pineapples. I just changed their little characters for them to check in to footballs. So it's a really fun way for students to check in the morning.
So it's on the ViewSonic. So all the kid has to do is touch their football and drag it to either hot lunch or cold lunch.
Okay, got it. Oh, cute.
It's
Super
cute. They even have interactive surveys for the class. So when we had Apple Week, it was, do you like red apples or green apples, yellow apples? And then there was I don't like apples. It was a bar graph. So then they could see it in real time, like how our class liked apples or not.
I really like that. And I like that it's just like on your ViewSonic, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's not like collecting data or anything like that. And so when you said you're taking it for attendance, they're just moving it so that you can see. So then you're actually taking attendance on Infinite Campus, right? Okay.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I love using that for attendance. And then I go ahead and log in on the real app for attendance. Yeah. But that one's fun for the kids to use.
Yeah, I love that. Like we all have ViewSonics at our schools, and that's something I've really enjoyed learning about, is how to make learning interactive with the ViewSonics for our students. So I think that's a great, simple way to incorporate that. I've worked with some teachers to learn about the different tools on ViewSonic and how to display student work and throw their work to the board, which I think is really cool because the kids get excited to see their work on the screen and kids getting to talk about it. So I think that's been fun.
Well, they always like to come up to the ViewSonic board and touch it and interact with it. So it's fun when you incorporate it in not just attendance, but in a lesson. So yeah.
Our third grade team was hyped this week because they discovered Classroom Screen, and it's pretty sweet. So it's a one-stop shop that you can have displayed on your board, and you can do timers. You can do random student name pickers. So if you need to group kids, you can hit the button and it will automatically group kids for you. It can do sound level. So if the class is too loud, it will make noises and remind them that they need to be quieter. There's so many things that you can do on there. You can have a scoreboard if you're playing a game, keep score. It's like your one-stop shop. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Nice.
That's cool. One thing that we're using a lot in second grade is School AI. It's been helping us so much with our interdisciplinary units so that we can create experiences that will tie in our science into our grammar, into our math, into our writing. And we don't have to put the brain power of how to do all that. Like we can say, this is our standard. This is what we want. This is the way that we want it to look like. And it will just automatically, just magically be like, here you go.
Hold on, Allison, wait. It's not magic.
It's not magic?
It's math.
Yeah, we can't use that word, magic.
AI is not magic. It's all about algorithms and math.
Sorry.
Oh.
Didn't know that.
It's a good lesson right there.
I had no idea that it wasn't magic, that it is all math. It's algorithms and everything working together like a beautifully crafted team.
That's right.
And well, we are the magic because then we take that and then it does all the hard work and then we tweak it to be like, we need this to change or that to change. And then we can just do that last little bit of whatever. It's about being more efficient with our time that we don't have to create the things and the experiences that our students need to make it all immersive in what our theme is.
Yeah. And you made a great point because Our district technology person would say AI is a super great tool, but you have to keep the human in the loop.
Yeah.
And that's the
That's right.
piece where like AI can spit out some really cool things. And if you're just taking it for what it is and putting it out there, that may not be so great. So you
Right.
have to always go in and check it out and make sure it's exactly what you need.
And sometimes I look at it and I'm like, you know what? That's not exactly where we were going. But then I'm like, oh, but it gives me a springboard to think about something else that I wouldn't have thought about if I wouldn't have done that first step with AI. So it's been a great tool. We've been really excited about using School AI.
So yeah, along with chat and how it's not magic, we are the magic, and you are using, chat or School AI to help you with a lesson. But with that, what's a funny tech fail that you had happen in front of students? Anyone?
I mean, on the regular, just anytime it just doesn't work and you get flustered because sometimes kids know the tech better than you do. And they're like, I'll come fix it for you. And you're like, no, just give me a minute.
One time when I had students in my classroom, I forgot to put the video through my VR spot. And a commercial did come up, and it was for Old Spice. And it was a man riding a horse with no shirt on. Oh. And the kids were like, oh, this is Larson. And I'm like, it is a man on a horse. It is fine. But his hair was like flowing in the wind.
I had that happen once when a video game came on and it was loud and I didn't know what it was, but I'm all, close your eyes. But it was fine.
Always use my VR spot, people. That's our lesson.
There is a trick too on the YouTube.
Yeah. Sometimes
you can
it
put a
doesn't
dash
work for me.
between
The
the
T and the
T
U.
and the U, and it will bring it up full screen without ads. However, it's always best to just throw it
Be
in
safe.
another
Yeah.
spot. Yeah.
There's been many times that I've come into a classroom to help a teacher with some sort of tech fail. And there's a lot of times where I'm just trying to problem solve in the moment to try and figure out what it is, because sometimes it's just hard. There's so many things that you just have to kind of process through and figure out what is going on. Why is there sound coming out of something that shouldn't have sound, or whatever it is? Where'd the video go? It was on the screen, now it's not. Just
What
so many
document am I
things.
in?
Yeah, there's so many things.
The trickiest one this year has been we switched from one program to another to like wirelessly connect to the ViewSonics. And the very first time teachers have been doing it, their screens don't match. So whatever is on their computer is not up on the screen. And they're like, it's not working. And it's an easy fix, but you have to like click into settings, click here, click here, click here. So I had to screenshot the steps on my phone so that every time someone was like, it's not working, I'm like, I know how to fix that.
You saved me once on that one. Thanks,
did.
Celeste. I did put in a help ticket one time because a student's computer wasn't working. And our wonderful tech guy came all the way from the district office at the end of the day. And if you don't know what elementary schools look like at the end of the day for parent pickup, it is crazy. So he came right before the bell rang to come and fix this little guy's computer. And guess what? It fixed itself. So he came for no reason whatsoever. And I felt horrible. And then I was like, hey, yeah, so good luck trying to get out of the parking lot. Thanks for coming. So sorry. You're the
Shout
best.
out to all of our tech people who are amazing and are always willing to fix sometimes the most simple things.
And the patience that you have for
Yes.
us teachers.
They're
My
like
goodness.
they're
We
like
don't
the
try to be difficult. We just are.
Well, and it's one of those things that when technology isn't working, it becomes an emergency for
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
Because the panic sets in and you're like, oh, I can't do my job without this. And so they often have to deal with teachers who are elevated
Yeah.
in their emotions because
Yeah.
it makes their job harder when things aren't working.
Yeah.
That is
So-
a help ticket question. Is this an emergency? And I always
It's
want to say
always
yes. But sometimes
Oh,
it's
it's
not.
not? No, it's
sometimes
always yes.
Okay, I will always click yes from now on. Sorry to our tech guys.
So have you guys had any tech problems or mishaps where you've actually had a child help you fix it?
Oh my gosh, yes. There's been so many times with Chromebooks that they have some keyboard that's showing up on their screen or some accessibility feature that pops on that it's starting to speak, or there's so many things that kids push like the right combination of buttons and their screen flips or whatever it is there has been times where I go to the student and I just say, "What buttons did you push?" And then they show me,
And they're like,
then
nothing. I didn't touch anything. Tell me,
Show
what
me
did you do?
right now that you pushed? And then they're like, "I just pushed Control Alt 7 and it did this." And I'm like, "Okay, let's push it again." And then it's gonna undo it.
No, there. I was like, I didn't do anything. I didn't touch it. And I'm like, no, you're not in trouble. Just help me help you. I don't know what you did, so just help me help you. Because they're so afraid. Because 9 times out of 10, they were messing around on the computer doing things they weren't supposed to. And I'm like, we'll get over that. But right now, help me get your computer back to working. Tell me.
Well, and this generation of kids have grown up with technology, and it's so amazing to me, like the things that they know how to do and are able to figure out on their Chromebooks, and like they just know how to do a lot of that stuff.
Here's a kindergarten teacher coming at you right now. No. Little kindergarten fingers. Their brains are not quite there yet. Logging in, it's painful. I'm sweaty. I have to wear running shoes on those days. But we're on day 30 and they are rocking it right now. But day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hair's up.
Do you want a tip for next year?
Yeah.
Do you know what our kindergarten team did this year?
What did they do?
We do Bulldog Buddies, so kinder and fifth are connected.
Yes.
And the 5th grade buddies came down and helped them log in for the first few days. And it was
such a
so
great idea.
sweet because they are so patient with
are.
the kindergartners, because you get 1.5 million questions from kindergartners when they're trying to do it.
Yes. And there's
Trying to
only
log
one
in.
of you, and they're like, they need you right now.
Yes.
And one of our teachers, her classroom, she's a kindergarten teacher, but we have 5 classes this year. So she's in the 5th grade pod because we have 3 in classes in 5th grade. So we have an extra classroom. But she did that. She has a kindergarten class, so the 5th graders came in and helped them. And I'm like, genius.
Yeah.
Next year, write that one down.
You know what else I've seen that helps is there's 2. One teacher has their passwords like right there so that every time they open their Chromebook, it's there. But then other teachers have used a magic
Paint
type
pens.
of paint pen to color code which keys they need to be able to find. Like they just put a dot on it and so they know, oh, that's one that I need to make sure that I touch.
I love that. I didn't want to do that just because I'm too lazy to clean that up at the end of the year.
That's fair.
But
I'd rather run around the classroom.
I've seen teachers color code each row. Like they had a piece of colored tape to the left of the numbers, and same with like the first alphabet row. And then their password, each number was color coded based on what row it is.
So they know
that's
what
a
row
good
to look in,
idea.
at least. That's
I can't take credit for that idea. That was from a book I read about Google
Nice.
Tips, but yeah, it's a good one.
We've had a lot of issues with the document cameras this year. I was in a 2nd grade class the other day, and her camera was doing this. Wow. Like it was zooming in and zooming out, and then it would freeze and circle. And
The circle.
so Tech Celeste goes, hey, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in?
And did it work?
She goes, yeah. And I was like, have you tried doing a hard shutdown on your ViewSonic? And she goes, yeah, twice. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to help you then. I'm so sorry. I was like, have you put in a help ticket? And she goes, yeah. And I text our tech guy, and I was like, okay, well,
She has his number.
Help is on
did
the
all
way.
the-
yeah.
I need his number. Do you have his number?
I'm not at liberty to pass that out.
Dang it.
It is funny how many times unplugging and plugging back in really helps.
Yeah.
That's the first usual question. Did you try this?
So when you think about technology from a long time ago, like we've been around a minute, how has technology changed, like for kids today versus what it was like for us?
Oh my gosh. Anybody remember the roll-in TV?
That was the best day ever. You knew that when the TV came in, rolling in with the VCR, you were like, yes, not going to learn today. We get to watch a movie, people.
When I went to elementary school, we didn't have VCRs. I wonder how they showed us stuff.
You just
I'm
went
from a
out to the
different
ocean
generation.
and watched the dolphins. You
We
didn't have
watch
to have a
TV. We were-
video
yeah,
of
you're
a
right.
dolphin.
You're right.
You got to see all the cool stuff in real life. Maybe
We're going on a field trip to the volcano, friends. Let's go.
If you did have videos, it'd be videos of like, look, here's a cornfield in
You're right,
Nebraska.
because we didn't know what that was.
Right. Just kidding.
We had overhead projectors. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
And so you would use, well, you would have to roll it to the middle of your classroom,
Yep.
set it all up, make sure the cord, no one's tripping over the long cord. And then you would use like a clear blank one on top of the
Yep.
A
whatever.
transparency.
Yes,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
And then you would use like a vis-a-vis pen, and then
Yep.
you would do your whatever your math
Lesson.
or your lesson. Yeah. And then I would use baby wipes to clean it.
Oh, I just used my fingers. I would come home and my fingers would be all colorful. Is that not what you were supposed to do?
No.
My bad.
So yeah, what else?
Oh,
what
man.
what was
After
next after that? Dry erase boards?
I remember having like the black slate with the wood around the edge,
wow.
chalkboards that we would be using. Gosh, I sound like I'm like Little House on the
that
Prairie.
Was it in your
Yeah.
one room classroom, one schoolroom? What is it? One room class school?
One room schoolhouse.
Electricity. They had to do everything
We
by
had
candlelight.
we had the kerosene lamps that we had to clean out. No,
Oh, wow.
no, not that old. But
was
but
that?
I do remember writing on those and loving
Yeah.
the chalk.
What was after overhead projectors? It went from like projecting what was on a transparency to projecting what was under a document camera to projecting what's on your computer to now interactive TVs. Yeah.
That's incredible.
I wonder
Yeah.
what's next.
Goodness.
I don't even know. I have no idea. Actually, I feel like our generation came through teaching at the most exciting time because we went through the evolution of technology into the classroom. I remember having to write a grant for potentially getting 6 Chromebooks for my classroom.
I remember.
And like how I would share. And now it's every child has a Chromebook and an account, and it's a very big tool for learning.
Yeah. Yeah, we went from computer labs to now Chromebooks in their classrooms.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, how has technology transformed the way that students learn?
I think technology can provide different experiences for students. Like in Colorado, we don't have beaches. So some kids might not have experienced that. So if we're learning about something, you can tie in experiences and show them videos and share things that they might not get to experience on a daily basis. Or if you're learning about something from a different country, you can show them what that looks like.
Instead of dressing up in a dirndl, you could-
I
mean,
but do
wait,
both.
Do you remember
For
we
sure. We
also did a phone chat with someone who was living in Germany because our
Yeah.
assistant principal had a friend that lived over there.
Yeah.
And so we got to
Yeah.
call somebody who was actually over there.
living in Germany.
That's cool.
It's definitely opened up our 4 walls. We've done virtual field trips to different zoos and aquariums and things like that we wouldn't be able to like board the plane and go to the San Diego Zoo. I mean, even when you think about how when baby chicks were hatching, we were able to set up a video and the kids at home at night could check in on their chicks at school to see if any were hatching. So the learning doesn't have to stay just within the 4 walls anymore. It's given us accessibility to do different things and access different information that we didn't have access to before.
I think, too, it provides students opportunities to show their learning in different ways. We had some projects last year where kids were creating presentations or they were creating videos, and those things can be shared digitally also with their families. So if their families couldn't come in and see it, then they have those videos and things that they can share their learning outside the classroom, too.
I wonder what the students would do if they were plucked out of 2025 and put into a
Not survive.
1980 classroom.
That would be wild. They would not survive.
Or as they would say, in the 1900s.
I have my shirt on that says that today.
Does it?
Well,
That you were
not my
born?
hoodie. No, it says,
In-
be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s.
That's funny.
Of that.
So it's all about balance, though, right? And so how do you balance teaching kids to use tech responsibly and then the reality of it can be a distraction sometimes? Like, how do you find that balance?
Well, I've definitely walked around the classroom when, oops, I don't know how I opened this drawing app when I was supposed to be doing a literacy lesson on my computer. So it's making sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do during that moment.
Yeah, and teaching them technology is a tool that we have to help us learn, but we have to use it appropriately and how to use it appropriately.
No, there's a time and place for technology, and not every lesson has to be a technology heavy lesson. It's okay to not use technology all the time.
Or let them use technology to draw on their computer, like giving them, like, maybe it's a free Friday activity where, you know, you've worked hard all week, you got all your work done, go play on your computer. So having that balance too, that it's fun and it's also for learning.
I think our role as a teacher at first, when technology was rolled out, it was like, you have to use this technology because it's here to stay and they have to learn how to do it. And we need to teach them how to learn in this way rather than the old school way. And I feel like now the pendulum is kind of swinging because now students have technology around them all the time. And so it's finding that balance. We have to teach this generation how connection to human is going to be helping them to regulate themselves, and that we're not going to find that from a piece of technology all the time.
Yeah, I've actually had conversations with my son about tablets, and he's asked me some very specific questions about, like, why can't I just use it all the time? Because we have some very strict rules about tablet use. And our message that we always share with him is we're here to help you learn and grow. Only using technology all the time does not help your brain learn and grow. And so we're trying to help you balance that and learn how to balance with playing your tablet for a little bit, but also playing outside and also reading and also experiencing lots of different things helps your brain grow and learn and develop.
So it comes back to having those personal, real connections with people.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question.
Okay,
If you had an unlimited budget, you had all the money in the world, what would you want for your classroom? What's the first thing that you would buy and why?
Okay, as a kindergarten teacher, I think what we have right now is perfect. So I probably would not want to buy anything.
Oh, love it.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I really am happy with the technology that we have today,
Yeah.
but it's hard because I don't know what's going to come out tomorrow. And I'll probably want it. I think that in the primary level, I have all the technology that I need. But if I could ask for any technology, it would be for the older grades, and it would be to have the technology that the future jobs have. So, like, I subscribed to Amazon Engineers, but it's for like 5th grade and up. It's not really appropriate for primary kids, but like they have like a lot of technology that they push out, and it's the technology that they're using at Amazon to do the jobs that they're doing at Amazon. Does that make sense? So like the technology, not just Amazon, but at Google, at where are the jobs today? I don't even know.
It's all Google.
But no, so like if you are interested in engineering and whatever Tesla is using, like bring that in and let them start exploring and doing that. I know at the college level, there's a lot of that. Like if you want to be a doctor, they have like the cadaver table. Yeah, so they can actually like.
But it's not a real
It's
cadaver.
not a, well, it actually is. There was so kind of. So it was an actual cadaver that they did 3D imaging of and got every piece of his body into a computer program. So then you can like do like incisions and like see different, but you're not cutting into an actual person.
That's
but you,
pretty cool.
Yeah. So anyways, just technology like that will help our older students take the foundations that we're teaching in elementary, in primary, of learning how to read, learning how to write, learning how to be in a group of people with their hands to themselves, and then being able to apply it to their future career that they're interested in.
I really like the technology that I have for my students right now, but for me as a teacher, what I've seen is with an iPad, having a pen. There's like a pen that you can use on your iPad and it attaches to your ViewSonic board. So it gives me more opportunities to walk around the classroom as I teach instead of just having my computer or being under a document camera.
Or writing on the ViewSonic, but
Or
you
writing.
could walk around while you're
Yes.
writing on it. Ooh,
Yes,
that's
I want that.
interesting.
I want that.
Okay. Well, in our years of teaching, we've experienced a variety of technology resources and different ways to engage students in their learning using those tech resources. And the students we have now, it's part of their everyday life and how they've grown up with all these tech tools.
Yeah, so love it or hate it, embrace it.
Yep. Embrace it and try and find the way to engage students in their learning. And keep the balance.
All right, listeners on the loose, we challenge you to roll with the tech this week. Celebrate the wins, laugh off the fails, and remember that sometimes the best lessons come from the glitches.
And we want to hear about it from you guys. What's your funniest or most epic classroom tech story? Tag us on Instagram at Teachers on the Loose or on TikTok at TeachersOTL and share your story. You might just hear it on a future episode.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. And remember, the best teachers know when to reboot the Wi-Fi and when to just unplug it completely and go old school.
Yes.
So meet us back here next week on Teachers on the Loose.
This is Teachers on the Loose.
I feel like we're not going to have any bloopers from that one.
I feel like we were funny
We were
and then we got serious.
Oh,
know.
I
Dun,
got
dun,
sleepy.
dun.
I'm not
You
gonna
did.
lie.
You were like, she was going like
I
this.
know.
Pretty soon she's.